Hey, happy Monday. I just wanted to let you know today we're going to go over the surface area of a sphere. And as you can see in the video, there are many different size spheres in the world, small, medium, and of course, large. You could also have a sphere as large as the Earth because the Earth is also a sphere. Now, what I want to reiterate to you or to say to you again is if you use my formula for the IXL, it will be much easier for you just using my formula. So the formula for finding the surface area of a sphere is A equals 4 times pi times the radius squared. So I'm going to just take my hand away so you can look at the formula. 4 times pi times the radius squared. Now, you'll notice in the first one, the radius is 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the formula. A equals 4 times pi times the radius squared. Now, I know you all don't like to write all the work out and punch it out, but sometimes it's much easier if you do. So then you're simply going to fill in what you know. You know that A equals 4 times 3.14 for pi, and we just said the radius was 4, and as per the formula we need to square it. Pretty simple. So A equals 4 times 3.14 times 4 squared, 4 times 4, 16, and close. Now, once you have all your numbers there, all you do, you multiply straight across. 4 times 3.14 times 16. And the answer you'll get is the area is 200.96. So again, fill in what you know. We know the 4 in the formula, we know pi, and we know the radius is 4, and we know we need to square it. Then we multiply them all together, and we get 200.96. Now, like with all the other figures we've been learning about, we also have to sometimes deal with the diameter. And remember, the diameter goes all the way across. But what you need for the formula is the halfway across, the radius. So right over here, I'm just going to come over to the side, and I'm going to take 12, because that's the diameter. I'm going to divide it by 2, and I'm going to radius equals 6. So that's how I got the radius of 6. I took 12 and divided by 2. So I'm going to write the formula. A equals 4 times pi times the radius squared. I just wrote the formula. Now I already know that A equals 4. I know that pi is 3.14. And we just figured the radius is 6. So that's going to be 6 squared. So I'll let you take a look at that for a minute, fill them all in. Then you're going to rewrite it again. A equals 4 times 3.14. And then we're going to square 6, which is 6 times 6, 36. Then you take your calculator and you multiply them all together. You multiply 4 times 3.14 times 36. And when you do that, you get A equals 452.16. So the area is 452.16. And remember, you just have to multiply 4 times 3.4 times 36. Now some want to know, where'd you get the 36? I squared 6, 6 times 6, and I got the 36. The 4 and the 3.14, we already know from the formula. And the last one. I'm going to go ahead and look, and I can see there's a diameter of 2. So I know I have to come over here and take 2 and divide by 2. So that's going to give me a radius of 1. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1, and you have to cut it in half. That's why we divide by 2. Only when you have the diameter straight across. So So I'm going to write the formula. A equals 4 times pi times the radius squared. So A equals 4 times 3.14. We just said the radius was 1, so it's 1 squared. Then I write it again. A equals 4 times 3.14 times 1 squared. 1 times 1 is 1. Close. Then I multiply all the way across. I multiply 4 times 3.14 times 1. So area equals 12.56. So let's recap of just a minute on the last two problems. We had diameters of 12, and on the bottom one we had a diameter of 2. So that's why we came over to the right side of our paper and we divided 12 by 2 to get a radius of 6, and 2 divided by 2 to get a radius of 1. And really, that's all there is to it to find the surface area of a sphere. Remember, spheres are what we see in the real world: basketballs, softballs, baseballs, tennis balls. We also have the Earth, which is one of the biggest spheres that we deal with. And you can see that it does apply to your life, because some of you do play basketball and some of you watch basketball. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.